Ooh, I guess this is a little bit of a panic stream, I guess, but I just really wanted to talk about this issue, and I don't really expect there to be a lot of people in here because the football videos on my channel really don't do that good, but I just really wanted to talk about this and go live. Amari Cooper of the Dallas Cowboys has been traded to the Cleveland Browns for a fifth round pick, and the Cowboys and Browns swapped six-round picks. I think this news was first broken by Ian Rappaport of NFL Network, and then Adam Schefter added on to it. And then here is a report from. God damn, sorry, I'm already yawning. um, Here is a report from Phil Yates. The Amari Cooper contract is certainly or currently straightforward for the Browns. A 20 million base salary and a 20 million cap hit in 2022, 2023, and 2024. Cleveland adds a player who is at his best, can be a difference making wide receiver, and they restock their offense for this season. Which for the Browns, it's a good move because, they lost Odell Beckham. They're probably going to lose Jarvis Landry. But for the Cowboys, it's a head scratcher because, yeah, they still have CD Lamb, and they're probably going to re-sign Michael Gallup, and I think Cedric Wilson is probably going to end up staying in Dallas. I know the free agent market for him is wide, but I really think he's just going to end up back in Dallas. So for the Cowboys, you look at all that talent and you're like, oh yeah, that's not a bad move for them getting rid of Amari Cooper. But I don't think CeeDee Lamb's there to where he's going to draw double coverage like Amari Cooper, or the same thing with Gallup. I don't think teams are going to be afraid of leaving men one-on-one with them, if you get what I'm saying. So for the Cowboys, I really think they're going to end up regretting this because a fifth and a sixth round pick really isn't nothing. So, they're going to have two fifth rounders in a draft that really doesn't have that much talent. I don't get why they wouldn't trade with the Browns for their pick next year, you know, like maybe get a fourth rounder in next year's draft when there's a little more talent. I really think the Cowboys, from what I'm reading, them talking about getting rid of Marcus Lawrence, and now they just traded Amari Cooper, and they're having Lael Collins seek permission for trade partners. I really think the Cowboys are trying to blow it up this year and rebuild through next year's draft and next year in free agency. Because if they don't sign anyone, and next year they can release Ezekiel Elliott with the June 4th. God dang it. June 1st cut, and it would save the Cowboys a lot of money. So they're going to have a lot of cap room next year, and if they play their cards right, they might have a lot of draft picks next year, so they can sign some big free agents and reload with young talent, and then get rid of Mike McCarthy and bring in Sean Payton. That might be what I think the Cowboys are going to try to do. They're going to get rid of McCarthy, bring in Payton, and reload with young talent and free agents. So I really think the Cowboys are going to not tank, but they're going to tank, this year. Let's see if there's any other report from NFL Network. I mean, hell, it's all over Twitter right now. Des Bryant just tweeted saying, shaking my head. Here's a full report from Ian Rappaport. Ian Rappaport reported the Browns have agreed to a trade for Cowboys wide receiver Amari Cooper in exchange for a fifth-round pick. Rappaport added that the Browns and Cowboys are also swapping sixth-round picks in this deal. Trade cannot be finalized until the new league year begins Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, that's about all they got right now. So, still, what's today, Saturday? So 4 days until the trade could fall through, but for right now, it looks like it's official. I said Des Bryant tweeted, shaking my head. Let's see, the Raiders, this is from Phil Yates, the Raiders trade Khalil Mack in September 2018 to the Bears. The following month, they traded Amari Cooper to the Cowboys. 3 seasons later, each of them have been traded again just 2 days apart. That is insane, Because when John Gruden first came in to the Raiders, it seemed like he was getting rid of everybody. And, the two biggest people he got rid of was Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack. And now both of them are gone from the teams that they traded for. So it's like, the Raiders, I guess, kind of made out good in that trade. I mean, Gruden's gone now, but, they just went to the playoffs. But I think they're about to start rebuilding too. But yeah, that was just a little interesting tidbit from Field Yates. This trade, though, this is probably the biggest thing for the Cowboys. It opens up about $16 million in cap room for them. And from what I'm reading with Michael Gallup, the contract that they want to sign him to is like a $10 million a year deal. So even then, they'll still have like $6 million in cap room. And then I don't think Cedric Wilson's going to get that much. And then I really think Bobby Wagner is going to give the Cowboys not a hometown discount, but a Dan Quinn discount. Because I think Bobby Wagner wants to play with his old coach again. But, I mean, I don't know. Because you already got Micah Parsons, and I think Leighton Vander Esch's contract is up this year. So the Cowboys could replace him with that. But Bobby Wagner, by the start of next season, he's going to be 32. He's been in the league for, 10 years, 11 years, something like that. 2012, so this will be his 10th year. So it's like, it's kind of a good trade for the Cowboys, but not really, or a good deal for them to get Bobby Wagner if he's going to come in and replace Leighton Vander Esch, and then Micah Parsons can learn from Wagner, which I really don't think Micah Parsons needs to learn that much more. He's already kind of got it down after his rookie season. And, like, for the Cowboys, this draft this year is not that good offensive-wise. Defensive-wise, there's a lot of talent. But the Cowboys' defense last year wasn't really a problem. It was their offense that kept stalling out, And that's why I don't see, their offense stalled out whenever Amari Cooper was on the field, so I guess it really doesn't make that much of a difference for them to get rid of him. But, like I said, I think the Cowboys next year are going to rebuild through the draft on the offensive side. They're going to draft more linemen, and hell, they can probably do that this year because there's a lot of offensive line talent in the draft this year. They'll probably rebuild through the draft with offensive line this year, and then probably get some receivers and maybe a new running back next year, if I had to bet. And, they're going to shore up probably the backside of their defense, but it seems like they do that every year in the draft, is try to draft a safety or a corner, So, who knows? I really don't understand the way they're running this team, to be honest. I really don't, dude. So, and, you would say they're tanking, but they play in such a shitty division that they're still probably going to win the NFC East this year. And it's so that means they're going to get a playoff spot, which means one of their picks is going to be, in the 20s probably? So it's not like they can even get a high first-round pick this year. That's why I don't understand why they don't trade Amari to, the Jags or even, the Giants. I know it's in the division, but the Giants are still probably going to end up having a first-round pick or a top 10 pick next year because the Giants have sucked for a long time, So I don't understand why they would. And, I mean, the Browns aren't that good. Baker Mayfield sucked this year, but Baker Mayfield also had been hurt since week 2. And then, I mean, there's plenty of teams they could trade him to. I'm glad it wasn't the Patriots because the Patriots are probably going to make the playoffs this year. But, I mean, I don't think the Browns are going to finish with a top 10 pick this year. And the Cowboys didn't even get a first-rounder for him, though. That's the thing. Amari Cooper's one of the best receivers in the league, and they couldn't get a second-rounder for him? They got a fifth-rounder? This is sickening, Thomas. Yeah, I agree, man. My nose is so plugged up, and me getting high-pitched and yelling and stuff isn't good. That's why I mean, hell, you guys can probably hear it. I'm breathing heavy, and it's not from being pissed off. It's because of my nose being plugged up. Because I'm not even pissed off. I'm just like, what the fuck are the Cowboys doing? Like a fifth rounder, a fifth and a sixth rounder for Amari Cooper. A fifth and a sixth rounder for Amari Cooper. He is worth a second round pick at the latest, I mean, oh my God, it makes me pull. Like, Jerry Jones is not the freaking trade negotiator that he was. I mean, hell, he wasn't even that good of a trade negotiator to begin with. That train robbery, that was Jimmy Johnson. I mean, is that what Jerry valued Amari Cooper at? Because look at this. Jerry Jones traded his first rounder in, 2018 for Amari Cooper. And Amari Cooper is way better of a receiver now than he was when the Cowboys traded for him away from the Raiders. And the Cowboys still couldn't get shit for him. This is why Thomas says this is why the Cowboys will never win a championship. I mean, I kind of agree. I was saying the other day, like, I've kind of accepted, and I'm only in my 20s, but I don't think the Cowboys are going to win another Super Bowl in my lifetime. I mean, we still probably have another 10, 15 years left of Jerry Jones. He's going to be 80. And you're like, oh, that's close to death. But Jerry Jones is rich as fuck. He'll find a way to live forever, If anything, just to spite Cowboys fans. So it's like, dude. And I get trading Amari Cooper because of the massive cap hit. Thomas said, why Cooper of all people? It's because of the massive cap hit. But that, again, falls on Jerry Jones. He's the one who gave Amari Cooper $100 million. He's the one who gave DeMarcus Lawrence $100 million. He's the one who gave Zeke $90 million. And now the Cowboys are fucked against the cap. I mean, dude, it's time to get the 80-year-old man out of the chair signing checks, because it's not working out. And this is why the Cowboys are in the shape they're in, where they're about to trade away a good amount of their team because they fucked it up. Here, let's try something new real quick, just for the people that are just now joining us. Here, we'll try something new real quick. I am gonna add a media source so you guys can see the tweet. Oh, maybe I won't, because StreamYard sucks fucking dick. I was going to try to pull the tweet on screen so you guys could look at it, but maybe not, because StreamYard, like I said, sucks major dick. Cowboys need a new chairman? Yeah, like I said, they need the not 80-year-old man running the show, And the thing is, hell, this is going to be my CM Punk promo, Thomas. Even after Jerry Jones dies, it's going to get taken over by his son, who's just like Jerry. And Steven, how old is Steven? He's almost in his 60s, I think. So, it's going to be one old fuck to another old fuck, I mean, dude. Yeah, here we go. This is my new thing I got right here. This is the official tweet from Adam Schefter. Trade is now official, agreed to per source. Cowboys get Amari Cooper and a 6. Cowboys get a 5th and a 6. Like I said, I wanted to see if I could make this go while the stream was going. Alright, remove. Yep. So yeah, dude. And I know I'm just going in circles with this rant, but I mean, hell, there's nothing I can say, really. It just makes my fucking head hurt. And hell, this is probably the most freaking, cuss words I've dropped during a stream, but it just makes me want to pull my fucking hair out. Dude. And, this week for the NFL has been filled with crazy-ass trades. So on Tuesday, you had Russell Wilson going to the Broncos. Wednesday, Carson Wentz to the Commanders. Thursday, Khalil Mack to the Chargers, and now Amari Cooper to the Browns. And then you also had that freaking lion douchebag man bun wearing asshole Aaron Rodgers. He re-signed with the Packers. That was crazy ass news before the Russell Wilson trade on Tuesday. So yeah, even when the NFL season isn't going, it's still interesting because you got all the freaking contract news and all that. And free agency starts on Wednesday. It starts on the 16th, so I think that's Wednesday. That would make sense because I think that's when the new league year starts. So I think that's when free agency starts as well. And to circle back to the Cowboys, the biggest move they're probably going to make is Bobby Wagner. And they're not going to get shit else. What are here, let's Google big name free agents for the 2022 offseason. Let's see if I can clear up the dead air. NFL free agent tracker. So you got Von Miller, which he'll probably be back in LA. Brandon Sheriff, he's a offensive lineman. Chandler Jones, Nate Solder, Devontae Adams already got franchise tagged. Excuse me. Jason Pierre-Paul, which he's 33. I think he's about to turn 34. Stephon Gilmore, he's still very good. You got Tyrann Mathieu, who has actually expressed interest in playing for the Cowboys, but Tyrann Mathieu can be very inconsistent. But he can be more inconsistent, or he can be more consistent than what the Cowboys' current safeties are. Anthony Hitchens, the former Cowboy, I know he's expressed interest in coming back. Ndamukong Suh, he's 35. He's probably close to retirement. Anthony Barr, he sucks. Jordan Hicks, he sucks. Zach Ertz is a free agent. How are the Cardinals not freaking hopping back on getting him there? Because he was really good whenever they traded for him from the Eagles. Let's see, Emmanuel Sanders, Cam Newton. These are just names I'm reading off now. So, hell, free agency, you really don't even have that many big names to begin with. But, the Cowboys need to do something. Because let's look at who they could potentially lose to free agency. Because, there's this talk about them re-signing Gallup, but nothing's official. So who knows? They could end up losing Gallup, Cedric Wilson, and Amari Cooper just in one offseason. I know they're confident that they can re-sign all of them, but I'm not. Money talks, bullshit walks, and the Cowboys are full of bullshit. Let's see, free agents. Brian Anger, coming off a Pro Bowl season, haven't even heard about the Cowboys wanting to re-sign him. Denorius Armstrong, who is really good. Don't know who this guy is. He's a corner. Never heard of him. He was probably just a late season addition. Corey Clement, he was a third string running back. We really don't need him back. They got that Hardy kid, the one that was featured on Hard Knocks. I think he's a solid number 3 running back. Should be a number 20 or number 2 running back, because number 22 should be the number 1 running back, and number 21 should get the fuck out of Dallas because he sucks. Randy Gregory, hopefully he comes back, but he's going to get a lot of freaking contract offers from a lot of teams because he's really good. Michael Gallup, already touched on him. Malik Hooker, he wasn't bad, wasn't good. I kind of hope they bring him back for depth, but if we lose him, we really aren't losing much. KZ, playmaker, hard hitter, great player. Hope the Cowboys get him back. Jaron Kearse, same thing. Don't know who this dude is. Keanu Neal, I thought he was very good this year. And if they get him and Bobby Wagner on this defense, I think the Cowboys have a very good shot at having the best linebacking core in the league with Micah Parsons on top of that. Dalton Schultz, they already franchise tagged him. Jeremy Sprinkle, I think he's the one that caught that touchdown and whatever game they got the shit kicked out of them in. I can't even remember, but it was a game where they got the living crap beat out of them. So yeah, I think that was the only pass he caught for the whole season. Malik Turner, he showed flashes of being very good. If the Cowboys are going to start losing wide receivers, I think they should bring him back. Okay, I got to go. Sorry, I'm getting a call right now. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Raj,